Hey guys, turn your videos on. What's up? What's up? Hemeth, how you doing? Ben, what's going on? Great to see you guys here. We got you guys all muted, so gonna be a bunch of people in here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! God dang! You guys should open up your video, get your video on, so people can put a face to the place.
Oh,
so that you're treated like an ace, not a jack or a jerk, not an 8 or a 9, but a 10, 10x that is.
hey
guys, how's it?
Yo, good to see you guys here, man. So, hey, Johnny, why don't we do this? Johnny, you gonna bounce?
No, I'm gonna be on.
So why don't you guys, let me just see how I want to see this. Oh, there, I can see everybody now. Make sure you got your video camera. Janald, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Thank you. Calling from Cape Town.
Oh, that's good. So guys, if I call you out, introduce your name, and where you live and what you do, all right? So slowly over 12 weeks, we'll get all hooked up. And then there's gonna be a lot of people in here, so we don't wanna talk over here. So Janal, am I pronouncing your name right?
Junaid, Junaid.
That's what I said, that's what I said.
Cool, so from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm in software development, an employee. What is the other question you asked?
And where are you? What do you do? I guess you told me everything. And then why did you join? Why did you join? I tell you what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And then when you're done, pick somebody else.
Cool. So the reason I joined is I'm an employee. I'm looking for financial advice, but specifically trying to find my next step. I'm not exactly sure what my next step is. And I'm not sure if I'm thinking too small or too in an insecure way or whatever it is. And this is the thing that I want to figure out is what is my specific next step. If that's all I can gain from this training, I'm happy.
Okay, good. Okay, so now you can pick somebody else. Do you know how to scroll through the pictures and see people?
Yes, I'm scrolling now. I'll pick Daniel.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, guys? My name is Daniel. I'm from Toronto. I'm a mortgage broker. How's it going, GC? Gotta see you next week.
Oh, good. Yeah,
great. Man. I just saw you at the boot camp, and then gotta see you at the Wealth Hackers there. I'm here because I'm trying to blow up my business. I'm a mortgage broker. I did $20 million of funding last year by myself, and I'm trying to hit that $100 million target for next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I got a team going right now. I'm trying to explode. We've got a lot of changes going on. We got rid of 2 guys, and then now we just got 2 new guys on the team. So just playing around with it right now.
Yeah, great. And then I just opened up the chat box. So you guys, again, we're here early. We're not going to start for another 45 minutes. This is a chance to get to know people. Also, it's a chance to start experiencing whatever you're experiencing, right? So like Janad said, Janad said, I'll get it right someday, man. Junaid, man. Why'd they add it? They should have added an E to your name.
Yeah, that's an alternative spelling, but mostly it's with AID.
Okay. So you guys, like he's thinking, man, maybe I'm thinking too small. You know, Daniel's talking about they lost 2 people, added 2 people. So these are all things you're going to be able to learn from everybody else in here.
Cool.
And then any kind of fears or insecurities or doubts or, stuff going on, man. Maybe you want to kind of start journaling, start collecting that data that you become aware. Oh, wow, when this happens. Or you hear somebody say something, you become critical of them. All those are indicators of stuff, your assets and your liabilities. Okay, so Daniel, you go ahead and pick somebody else. Guys, I'm going to get ready, and then I just finished working out. And when we're done tonight, then I get on a plane and go to Brazil, so I got to take a quick shower.
Awesome. I'll choose Ben.
Sorry.
Go ahead and pick somebody, Daniel.
Ben.
Everybody hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
My name is Ben. I'm from Reno, Nevada. Currently, I am a manager with a gaming slot company. And as an employee, I kind of want to get a little farther on in my world, if you will.
And maybe, guys, maybe discuss what you want to get out of the mentoring program. Johnny, also tell everybody to open their video up. Nobody's going to call on somebody without a face. Let's keep it real.
Everybody, let's make sure you get your video on. GC would love to see who he's talking to tonight. So let's see. I'm going to call out the names that I don't see video to. Valentina, iturcot@yahoo.com. Blaine and Bate, BBC. Denise, Peter, James, Sigdem Sendeo, Kiran Josh Sharma. Please turn on your videos. Gene would love to see you guys. So just go ahead and take a chance right now to network and kind of connect with everybody, see what everybody's doing, what everyone's up to, and just kind of get to know each other. You know, the best part of this program is the networking. Really, you gain so much information from GC, but the networking is really, really key for all your guys' success and our events. Like, that's the number one takeaway that everybody has is the great networking. Alrighty, so let's see who we're gonna connect first. Chris Laneig, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names. Let's connect you with Junad, and you guys just get to know each other.
Hey, how's it going?
Good,
Fine.
man. Chris, I'm just looking at Chris now. Christian Barch.
Watch, yeah, exactly.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Fine. I don't know, I must
Good.
the volume, otherwise I can't hear properly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fantastic. Where are you from?
I'm based in Germany, in Munich, just in the south.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Fantastic, man. What do you do?
I have several businesses. The original business came from data recovery and forensics.
Cool.
So getting most of the time either getting people in or out of jail, but it's more fun getting them out of jail.
Okay.
Pays better. Yeah, but I used to do a lot of marketing for my business, and eventually
Wonderful.
I did the marketing for some office neighbors, and yeah, we've been doing some events as well around the world, and now decided to turn the whole business around and change it into a marketing business to promote events, products, services, and so on, and to do the ads as well for other people. Because we've been doing that for years, and that's where we're good at.
Yeah. So me, I'm in Cape Town, South Africa. I do software development. I've worked in web development and mobile development. I don't have any business. I'm not looking at no startup, nothing. Just an ordinary employee. And what I'm looking at is to get out of this program is like, how should I pivot next? Should I look for a position higher in software development, like for example, software architecture, or should I take some of my skills, for example, and maybe start a business? I do feel a bit afraid about doing it because my cash reserves are low. So maybe my next step is not immediately starting it, but maybe what Grant was talking about, saving
Where are you
money in
based
the
in
beginning
South
first.
Africa?
Or just say it again.
Where in South Africa are you based?
Cape Town.
Cape Town. I was in Johannesburg giving a presentation a few months ago. Very good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Cape Town. So you're saying you were in Joburg?
Yes, I was in Joburg, did a presentation there, I did an event, and we did events as well in Nigeria. We did as well. It was good. Unfortunately, it was raining, so in Africa, when it's raining, people don't want to go, but we still had 200 people in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, we would have had 600 if it hadn't rained, but
wow.
But
Okay.
you can't change the weather, only the attitude.
Exactly. Absolutely. Well, fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I work for a company called the company called Ayoko. Ayoko is a ICT services company. So we do different kinds of software development. For example, mobile applications, web applications, artificial intelligence, business intelligence, and other kinds of applications. We also do cloud computing as well, and infrastructure services, and a couple of other things. Specifically, I'm only in software development.
Yeah. Which languages do you program?
I program on the Microsoft .NET stack, so it's C# for the back end. And for front end, I use anything from jQuery to Vue.js to sometimes React, and also Angular as well.
Yeah, that's good.
And CSS and HTML.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Hi, how's it? Who is this?
Paul.
Paul. How's it, man?
Hi, I'm alright. How are you? What's your
I'm
name,
good,
man?
Junaid.
Junaid. Hey, hi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Junaid.
You too, man. Where are you from, Paul?
I'm based in Netherlands.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So
And
it's
you?
also like Cape Town, South Africa. It's like 20 past 2 now in the morning.
All right, man. Hey, man.
Hey guys, Hemant here.
Hey.
Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Paul can hear you.
Hey, Paul.
How are you, man? Where are you based?
I'm based in Dubai. And
What are you doing for
how
life?
about you?
I'm in Netherlands.
I'm in network marketing with a company called Energic for the last 4 years. And we produce alkaline water machines.
All right. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And what do you expect from this program?
Sorry?
What do you expect from this program? Mentoring with Grant.
Yeah, more sales and small things that matters to make a difference in what you're doing currently. So I'm looking for things that I'm not doing right now, because what I'm not doing right now is what's not leading me to where I want to be. So I think the mentor program is gonna teach me what I'm not doing, so I can start doing what I'm not doing yet.
Are you looking for to start your own business or continue with your company?
I'm looking at growing what I'm doing currently in my network marketing organization. I already have over 3,000 people in my team, and I'm gonna just 10x it.
All right.
Yeah. How about you, man? You joined the mentor program.
I want to start my business. Yeah, I did plan some business 3 years ago, but it didn't go well. I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't have capital. I didn't have plan. So I want to fix that now.
Music at the background. The music's overriding your voice, Paul. I don't know if that's from you or from someone else.
No, absolutely not from me. I don't know where it's come from.
Yeah, it's gone now. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, so basically I have to learn some skills, how to run the business, how to develop it, how to plan it, how to get the investors and things like that. And how to stay focused on my targets. Sometimes it's difficult when you don't achieve anything for months. Yeah, so yeah. Hopefully it will change. No.
Yeah, good points. I mean, things that are required to run a business.
Sorry?
Good points. I think these are things that could help all of us, because most of us are either running a business or we're working for someone right now. So I think these points are gonna help us a lot.
Yeah, you always have to get better.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of guys joining in early, and Grant says that 80% of success is just showing up. And congratulations to all of us for showing up early.
Certainly.
Amazing.
How many people are on the
mean,
line now?
Yeah, I mean, anybody wanna just jump in and share about? Maybe I think I see Chris Laniak.
He just stepped away from his desk.
He's okay. Then we have David Novotny. Is that right?
Okay, hello guys.
Hey,
Hi,
How
David.
you doing?
How you doing?
How are you, man?
I'm doing good. It's a bit late here, but I stayed, and I'm from Prague, Czech Republic,
Mhm.
and
What do you do?
I'm starting a digital marketing agency, and I just started, so yeah, I'm in the beginnings, and I will be okay with like 10,000 euros per month. That's my first goal.
That's great. And why do you join the mentor program?
I joined it because I read Grant's book, and I really like I believe in what he's saying, that you can change. It's only your choice if you want to be successful. It's not like it's not by chance or accident. It's like only your choice if you want to be successful. So I want to choose to be successful, so that's why I joined.
Congrats, man.
And
Great.
Good
Congratulations.
choice.
yeah, so
Good choice of words too.
yeah.
We always have a choice. Amazing. So maybe go ahead and pick somebody else who could share why they're here and what they do.
Okay. So what about Ben?
Ben's already shared or not yet? Yeah.
David, how you doing?
Good, good. What about you?
Not too bad, not too bad. You said it was late. What time is it in your area?
It's 1:30.
Wow.
That's hardcore right there, man. That's hardcore. My hat's off to you.
10x.
Yeah. So what do you do, Ben?
I actually work for a company that manages slot machines inside of locations. And after spending about 25 years of my life doing this, I'm pretty much ready to do something a little different. So I'm kind of excited. I've been really grinding away to try and get everything in place. I was up at 2 o'clock my time, 2 a.m., trying to finish up getting everything locked into the website so I can be a part of this program. Been really excited about it. I'm part of the Cardone University stuff, so I don't know if you're using that or not. That's actually pretty good material as well. So yeah, it's I'm pretty excited about being a part of this group.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do in Cardone University?
Right now, I'm going over some of the advanced strategies for closing, et cetera, stuff like that. It's probably about halfway through, I think. Some of the stuff I'd have to go back and look through it, but yeah, it's definitely eye-opening. I've actually had to use some of the closing techniques to close a couple of deals, which funded my participation with this group. So I'm pretty excited about that. Definitely definitely nice to see that, you know, it works. It works. It absolutely works. So
Yeah. And what do you want to achieve from this mentoring?
oh, you know, actually, for a while now, I've known that I've needed to find a mentor to help me get to the next level. That has been kind of my song, my heartbeat for the longest time, to try and figure out what my next step is to try and get to a new level of just success. It is, it's really, for me, it's, how do I explain this? For me, it's just getting out of the grind and being a part of something bigger and greater than what I'm doing right now. I feel like I have a better potential doing other things and not just going in, clocking in, and going home, and that's it. Rinse and repeat 5 days a week. So
Nice. So maybe you can choose someone else now.
oh, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Brittany, how about you?
Me. Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Sabrina.
That way though.
Rewave.
Yeah. And I can do anything. And you should buy 10x.
Yeah, you're a 10x kid.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in architecture and design. That's my background, but I just started my own business at the end of May, and I joined because I just felt like I need some direction, and also for marketing and for networking. And also I have many ideas of like being involved in real estate, and I know Grant is, you know, has a heavy presence in real estate. So if I could get some insight on how to be involved more in that too, especially because I'm in the South Florida area as well.
Mhm.
So you know, real estate, there's so many opportunities to make money in real estate here. So yeah, that's pretty much why. But
So how long have you been following along with the grant stuff?
not that long. Honestly, I found him, I don't know, maybe like a couple months ago. I actually started following him. I didn't know who he was. Like this past summer, I had no idea who he was. And then as I started following him, I really just related to what he was saying, and like how his mindset is very different. Especially just, you know, one thing that we all think of, like we all need to buy a house, like that's a goal, you know, that's the American dream. And like him saying, you know, no, like you rent it out, like that's a total like play on just what everybody is just ingrained into doing. So like that really just his mindset on things, I feel like
Probably are.
you know, we need to change like how we think about things like that and what we're investing in. So yeah, I just think that he's, you know, I didn't think that I needed a mentor until like I started listening to him, and I was like, I really like, you know, I need someone like that. So
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
Well, that pretty much got all those good questions out. I'll let you pick somebody now.
Oh,
Charlie?
who's Charlie? Can she hear us? Can she hear us? Yeah. Can you say hello? Yeah. Who's Charlie? Oh, am I Charlie? Oh, okay, I'll be Charlie. Well, I'm not Charlie, and I'm not Brittany. I'm Sabrina. And hi. Hi, nice to meet you. You guys are awesome. And thank you guys so much for everything. So I'm gonna go now. Actually, I don't want
Somebody's
I'm gonna go. Who's Charlie? Are you Charlie?
Where's your guy?
Yeah, he's in the shower.
Well, why did he leave us here?
I don't know why he left you here. I don't know the beginning. Did he tell you guys why he left you here?
Mingle amongst ourselves.
So what's your name? Are you Charlie? Hi.
Me?
Who's Helen?
I don't know who Helen is. That's my grandma. Well, hi.
Nice.
Everybody's saying hi, please follow me. Okay, I'll think about following you.
Hi, Brina. It says hi, Brina.
Oh, my name's Sabrina. Wait.
From Australia, from Cardone ladies.
Yeah, we are the Cardone ladies. Actually, yeah, we're the Cardone ladies.
You too.
Cardone ladies for life. Old ladies out there, you guys are Cardone ladies. Actually, you guys aren't Cardone ladies technically, but you're 10X ladies. 10X ladies, come on. And yeah,
And
you
all
guys
the
are
men
10X
out there,
ladies. You're 10X men.
10X men.
Yeah.
Are you guys in here hogging the show?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are, Jared. We are.
You guys are hogging the show.
Attention. This is my friend Mia.
Hey Mia, how are you?
Yeah, we're having a sleepover, so that's exciting.
Oh wow. You guys
We're
gonna
not
stay up
having
late?
just any sleepover. We're having a double day sleepover.
Yeah, this is the second sleepover.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we're excited. We're excited to have you guys here tonight. We're super
I have a
excited
clip
about
for you, Jared.
our first mentoring session of the 10X mentoring program. 10X. We got a great topic, great way to kick off the program tonight. So I'm really excited to spend some more time with all you guys tonight and help you understand where we're going with the program and for us to get a better idea of what you guys are looking to get out of the program, and so we can make sure that you hit it. It's going to be a crazy 90 days. Everybody that goes through this program has unbelievable success. The power of the group, the power of the community, the power of intention, the power of the exercises and content, the things that push you to do things that you may not be thinking with otherwise, always yields great returns. So I know everybody's just in here getting introduced, and so I want to let that continue. So whoever wants to jump in now, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you're looking to get out of the program.
My leg is like falling asleep.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I'm Eddie. And I work in education for the past 10 years. Developing a new business.
Also the video.
Everybody, how you doing? Doing great. Shout out from wherever you're calling in from. I'm from Dominican Republic. Ghana. Maybe you guys know it. Dominican Republic? Right?
All right, guys, the chat's getting a little crazy with everybody's microphone on. So I'm going to call somebody out, and then you guys pick who you want to talk to. And then you guys pass it off to the next person so it doesn't jump around so crazy, all right? All right, so I'm going to pick. So we just had Brittany speak. Let's have Daniel and David Novotny connect right now. I'm going to unmute you guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Daniel Char. I'm from Toronto. I'm a mortgage broker here. I've been following Grant for about 5 years now. I've been to multiple of his events. I just got back from his boot camp this last week. And then I think next week, Grant's going to be coming to Wealth Hackers in Toronto. So I'll be there also. What I'm trying to get out of this program is I'm trying to scale my business. I had a few really good years just passing, and I'm just trying to take it to the next level. and just trying to get some advice on how to do that.
And what business are you running?
I'm in the mortgage business. I help people get financing if they buy a home or if they currently have a house and they want to extract equity. And I also help investors earn a higher return on their investments. How about yourself?
Okay. Yeah, I already introduced myself like 5 minutes earlier, but I'm from Prague and I'm doing digital marketing stuff. And my goal is to have some financial stability and some stable income at least. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
How long have you been on Grant's program?
I know Grant for like 3 or 4 months, I think. And yeah, and I read Be Obsessed or Be Average and
My favorite book.
yeah, and 10x.
And 10x, yeah.
Yeah, and that, you know, all you need to read.
All right, David. So now you pick 2 more people to connect with, and I'll unmute them.
Sorry guys, the pizza came, so I had to run, but nice meeting you.
So Nicola. Yeah, Nicola and Thiago Diaz.
All righty, Nicola and Diego Diaz.
Guys, I'm here in Florida, Miami, and I'm in real estate. I'm a real estate agent and also an investor. So my plan is to scale my business and also get into multifamily, which Grant already doing that. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
So Thiago, who would you like to connect with right here? Just pick somebody.
I actually didn't see who introduced.
Oh look, bro, Ronald said he wants to connect with you.
I'll ask Amy to join us. She's next to me. She has the camera off, but she's here.
I'm Amy Stanley. I've been a real estate broker for almost 20 years and been flipping houses almost the entire time also. But I do want to expand into multifamily as I am licensed in 2 different states. And Thiago introduced me to Grant Cardone, and I think this is a nice reboot to my business after being a broker for so long, and a nice refresh. And here in South Florida, there's so much opportunity. So I just want to level up. And I will call on Ronald Cumming. You look very comfortable.
I was until you called on me.
Okay, great.
Hey, thank you so much. You guys are down in Miami?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually like 3 minutes from Grant's office.
Nice, in Aventura.
Yeah.
I was just there. I just left like 2-3 days ago. I got to tell you, I love the weather. I'm here in Boston, Massachusetts. I love my family. As soon as my father, goes about 20 years from now, I plan on moving to South Beach because it's so beautiful down there. But it was 87 and sunny, and then I come back and it's like 55 and rainy. So, but it's all good. Anyhow, I own an online marketing company, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success by attracting, converting, and retaining their ideal customers and clients. That's my basic tagline. But I came across Grant Cardone, and I really came across a video that Elena put out there about 2 years ago. I've been doing the whole digital laptop lifestyle for a decade or more now, and I was down in St. Croix for a couple of months, and Elena did this. Actually, Grant was filming it, but Elena talked about that scenario in which in 2008 Grant pretty much lost a lot of stuff. He came in and he spoke to her about it, and he said, "We're dead. We're done, and we're dead." And she said, "Does this look like I'm dead? Does this look good?" And the video, literally, I was down in St. Croix. It was like 95 degrees, but the video gave me chills. And I just tagged it. I says, "Oh my God, this is a kingmaker." And from that day on, you know, if you go on in Instagram, you know, I've tagged her as the kingmaker. But it was from that day on that I started following. So my coming into the Cardones came through Elena, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're only as strong as the people in our lives, right? And if we have a strong woman in our lives, we're just going to crush it. And then, you know, I'm a big fan of her book, Empire. So that's how I came in. I don't know if I'm making sense right now.
No, it's great. I love hearing your journey.
Yeah.
I was introduced to Grant Cardone a few weeks ago, so.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you. When I went to 10X, right? I went to 10X in February. I literally almost tripled what I normally make, and I make 5 figures a month. But you know, it's not 70 grand, right? At the time, right? So I almost tripled, like for 4 months when I started implementing his stuff. I made so much money. I now have a tax problem. So for the last like 3 months, I kind of stopped. You know, I'm just onboarding all my clients, but I kind of, you know, if people call me, I'm certainly going to help them out. But I kind of stopped actively seeking new clients because, you know, I got to get a good tax plan and policy, you know, in place, because you know, I listened to him and I followed his advice. I went to his event, and here's something important that I really hope people know. When I went to 10X, there was networking events a couple of days in advance. So I came in a couple of days in advance, time zone stuff, right? So, and I went to those networking events, and I just told people what I do, online marketing. I guarantee people first page placement on the search engines before they pay me for whatever industry they're in. And so I had like 3 clients sign up with me before 10X started. So before 10X started, I had already covered all my expenses. So when people think I got to pay 3 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand to go to these events, believe you're going to make that money back. Business ventures, new business, you're going to build relationships. So don't be afraid to put stuff on your credit card, because you're going to pay it off long before. And so what if you pay an extra $50 or $60 or $120 in interest, but you know, you made 40, 50 grand, you know what I mean? So my little piece.
That's amazing for sharing. Wow, we're going to the February event in Vegas. So
Nice. Are you going as a mentor?
Sorry?
You going in the mentor section?
Yes. Yes.
At this point, I am too. So I look forward to seeing you guys.
All right.
We'll see.
Thank you, man. Thank you for choosing me.
I think you get to pick someone now.
Oh, I do.
I think that's how it works.
All right. So let me go by. This looks like he has my same name, Ronald.
Hey.
Sim.
Hi.
All right. So what do I do now? Just hit chat.
We present ourselves. No?
Yeah, just let Ronald introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is Ronald. Well, just a little bit about myself. I just started with the whole program. I just joined Grant Cardone University. I started reading the books, you know, trying to get into the mindset. I was a musician for a long time, but as many of you know, music is not very profitable and there's not a market anymore. So sadly, now one of the things that I always did on the side was my dad had real estate, and after the 2008 crash, I think if any of you were around a lot, my dad suffered a lot, and he got scared, and I wasn't really like aware of what was going on as much as, but now that I see everything that he just kind of has laying around, you're just like, man, I started kind of getting into real estate, but I first started doing management, and but now I'm starting to just kind of pick up, and I'm like, gosh, we got so much equity hanging around, and I'm just like, I'm trying to get into the real estate market and just find different people that obviously right now I'm not ready to start, I just want to meet people, but I'm not ready to start making any deals. But I'm definitely, as soon as I get through this whole real estate program that Grant Cardone has, which is amazing information if any of you haven't gone the program, which I'm sure everybody has. But it's definitely, I honestly, I can talk the language now. It's amazing. I love it. I'm also going to start, my friend has a DME, which is like a medical supply company, and his business is suffering. So I'm planning to do the cold calling and all the whole business. I did the cold calling, kind of like the a little bit the intro, and I started kind of doing on the weekends, calling offices and stuff, and I definitely see a big results, especially on the fact that the production is definitely going up. I'm starting to get more accounts, and he seems to see that this is working, and it's a pleasure to meet everybody here, and hopefully I see you guys at the conference. I don't know if you guys got your seats already, but anyways, hopefully we see each other out there, and if anybody wants to connect and just chat, I'm here. Nice to meet you guys, and keep up the good work and the progress.
I love it, brother. Now, I assume you get to pick somebody, but tell me, how long ago did you first come in to meet Grant Cardone, or just know the Cardone enterprise? Because it's also Grant and Elena.
It's probably like I was into Dan Pena for a while, and I did a little bit of this other company called Legacy Education. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's really expensive. And I was like, man, I'm getting the same. And I started looking into this is about like 4 months ago. So it hasn't even been that long, and I already see kind of like, wow, like the growth is coming. I'm not gonna say I'm making a lot of money right now, but I mean, it's you definitely see it, starting to pick up. So I could say it's been about 3-4 months.
What is it that you do for business, brother?
I work for a management company at the moment, so that's what I do now. And I'm starting to help my friend out. It's his business. He's doing medical supplies, and so a lot of it has to do with calling offices and calling doctors and getting connected.
Right. You get a commission for any
people. So that's where I'm heading at right now. I can't really hear you. I think someone has their mic.
Yeah,
like open.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit.
Get a commission for anything that goes his way.
Yeah, I do get. He does give me commission. He gives me 40% for each account, and it's residual.
And stuff, brother. Make it happen. You got all these people. I'm telling you, before you even get in the room, you're going to make the money back from by providing services that people need. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to spend the money.
I appreciate it, Ronald. Appreciate it very much for motivating me even more. So because sometimes you tend to doubt yourself, and you're like, wow, like is this money gonna come back or what? But you know what, it's definitely coming back, and with your enthusiasm and motivation, it makes me just want to like continue investing.
Let me tell you something. You'll never find a blue marlin in a fishbowl. And by that, I mean, if you go to free networking events where people get, a couple of slices of pizza and a couple of free waters or something, and you go to these events and the type of people you're going to meet are vastly different than the type of people you're going to meet who go to an event, who invest in themselves and pay 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. You know what I mean? It's totally different. You know what I mean? You're really just cutting through so much crap, and I'm telling you, you're on the right path, brother. You're doing the right thing. It's
Thanks,
just
Ron.
time. It's time to rise and shine.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and I get no commission from Grant or anybody. I just, I just been around long enough to know, right? You'll never
Exactly.
find a blue marlin in a fishbowl.
Exactly.
So you can't be going.
Ronald, what's up, my friend?
Who's this?
Ken Jocelyn. I got your text today.
Yeah, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, dude. I've been on the phone. I was on the phone literally from the time I left Atlanta until I got back to Birmingham today.
I reckon y'all go down the creek to find them vittles.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that. I was in Atlanta and Birmingham. Now, if I was in North Georgia or North Alabama, yes, we probably would have done some of that.
I love it, man. How you doing today?
Good, dude. Going good, man. Got my deal closed this week. And
I
shipped
heard
3
that.
houses this afternoon.
Something like $3 million, right?
Yeah, it was a $3 million deal, dude. Yeah,
Next time I see you, you're taking me out for ice cream, brother.
I'll do it. I'll buy you a drink. There's no doubt about it, my friend.
All right. Well, I want an ice cream sundae, and I might get some Jimmy's on top.
Come on, baby. Come on. Where are you at, Ron?
I'm in Boston.
Okay, so you're in Boston too with Sue Priver.
Yep.
Yeah, Sue's up there. Sue and I were we talked just pretty much every day this week. So her and I were actually on the phone earlier today as well.
Nice. Good stuff.
I sent her a couple Entree Leadership podcasts with Simon Sinek and Patrick Lencioni.
Yeah, if I can say something right now too about that, I have a radio show, a real radio.
Yeah.
UCAP 980 AM, 1.7 million listeners. Well, that's my reach.
Yeah, come on.
Plus the internet. So I mean, I don't even know the actual count, but I'm always looking for subject matter experts. It's a live radio show. I do it every Monday from 11 to 12, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The show's called Internet Marketing and Business Solutions with Ronald Koolman. Experts or business owners and others success, how others kind of like navigate through whatever they might have. Somebody on here.
Yeah, to help you or add value in any way. Let me know.
Yeah, and it's totally free, 100% free. All I ask is that you give 1 or 2, I prefer 3 tips on whatever you learn.
What's up, good-looking cat? You.
Even greater success.
There's my man Richie. I've been waiting.
I'm here, brother. But do I need to get on a private line or something like that? I'm cool here, aren't I?
Yeah, Ronald, you pick somebody to actually go next. Ronald Siren.
All right, I'm gonna pick
Ronald Koolman, you mute your line. And
All right,
Ken, you too, buddy.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
I can hear you guys. Hey, guys.
I'm right there. You see me right there? You see me right there in the top corner. I'm talking to you on my phone.
I want to pick someone young, just like me. I'll pick.
I just joined. What are we doing?
Chatting.
Oh, okay.
Look, Ronald, need somebody young?
Yeah, I think they choose her. I'm not sure.
Oh, Jared's on now?
Here, let me see. Who is this?
I imagine
4 minutes in now.
So many people are joining, but it's hard to kind of keep up.
Can we? Hey,
Oh,
John.
Uncle Jesus.
Grant, did you want to?
Grant, unmute
Everybody,
yourself.
that's the power right there. That is the power of the mute.
Power in me.
That is the power of the mute button right there.
Okay, beautiful job, Jared.
Oh
Jared,
my
what does this
gosh.
remind you of?
So every time we get on the airplane, Grant has to freshen himself up. That's the $50 million freshen up right there with the little spray bottle.
I thought that was the Italian shower, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
That was funny.
have you introduced Richard,
so good.
Jared, yet?
Not yet, guys. So hey, look, go ahead and turn your microphones on mute because we can still hear a bunch of you. Grant is on the now, as well as Richie Dolan. He is our head of global licensing and the one that's really driving the international expansion of the Cardone brand. And he's going to be one of the featured coaches tonight for the mentoring call. And so for those of you who are just kind of getting logged into this and you were on the live training that we did about a week ago, and you saw Grant do a live session, and then you were blown away by the things that he was saying, and you made a decision to invest in this program. I want to tell you guys exactly what's going to happen over the next 90 days and give you some examples of what we've done in the past that has been wildly successful. So first thing I'll cover is, what do you get as part of the program? Number one is we're going to spend the next 12 weeks coaching you into the 10X Growth Conference. So we have picked out topics that week by week we will go through. We're going to help you integrate these topics into your business, into your life. These are impactful things that will that will not take a long time for you to see results from. These are things that you can go and you can implement, you can apply immediately, and you will see results. So we don't have years with you. We've got 90 days. So this is going to be very intense. It's going to be we're going to be pushing on you hard. We might be cracking a whip with a smile, of course. But our goal is to have some unbelievable stories, because as we lead up into Growth Conference, we want to find the people inside this group that have taken the material, that have taken the coaching, that have taken the training and done something remarkable. The stories that we will find in this group are the stories that we want to share. They're the stories that inspire people. They're the stories that motivate people. Everybody loves a winner, and everybody loves to see what's possible. And so we want to show the folks that are not in this group, we want to show them what's possible in a short period of time, that you can have big swings in your income. You can have big swings in your mindset. You can have big swings in your connections and your network by simply making the right decision, getting the right information, and being around the right people. So as we move through this program, number one, you're going to get coaching every week on a weekly basis like this. We're going to start out with the topic. We're going to discuss it, and then we're going to open up to some Q&A at the end. Grant's going to be here once a month for a Q&A session where we're going to kind of rehash what we've covered up to that point and just do open Q&A so Grant can answer your questions on how you guys can maximize the program. We're going to be going through the assessments that you have taken. We sent out the DISC assessment, the LID assessment, and then also your strengths and weaknesses assessment. So make sure that those are completed, because coming up, we will go through those to help you identify, well, first of all, figure out how to read them, and then identify what actions to take off of them. Each week, we're going to be giving you assignments. There's going to be a takeaway. There's going to be a thing to do. Some of these things are going to be really uncomfortable. Some of these things are going to push you to do things that you may not have ever thought of before. But this is not the first group. This is, in fact, the third time that we've done this group. And we know what we can do to raise the bar. Last time we ran the group, 56% of the people made $5,000 or more by being a part of the group. So income changes can change in a short period of time, and we will push you and drive you to make sure that happens. So I want to go ahead and introduce Grant and have him say a few things here on the call.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for being in here. I see a number of comments here about I didn't get my DISC assessment. My DISC assessment link wasn't working. So Jared, that's something we got to clear up. Obviously, there's some people with that issue. Also, there's some people with sound issues. I got to tell you, that's probably on your end because I can hear this perfect. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's joined tonight. Clearly, you want to do something different. I'll tell you that 31 years ago, had to be 30, golly, wow, how time flies. 36 years ago, all right, I quit wasting weekends. And just so you know, like everything that we do each week, you guys should be logging this. You're going to regret not journaling what you're learning, what you're experiencing, what you're thinking. 36 years ago, I quit wasting Friday nights. That changed my whole life. And that would end up becoming a theme in my life, which is, hey, use weekends when everybody's resting and getting weak to make yourself strong for next week. How you end the weekend, how you use your weekend determines how you use your week. How you finish a quarter is how you start the next one. How you finish your year is how you start next year. That has never, ever, ever failed me. So one thing we want to do each week is we want to get you momentum. I'm going through the pages here. There's 9 pages of 36 people. Let's see, there's 2, 3, 6. I'm looking at this. 36 times 9 is what? Somewhere shy of 360 people. So there's well over double that number have signed up for this program. We also started early. Should be an indicator to you about something. You guys, I'm just making some notes here about some things I see because I'm going through the pages. Oh, I didn't know that, Jared. Okay. We're capped at 300. Is that my bad, Jared? Oh, wow. We owe a bunch of people a mentoring call.
Yeah, no, it was, we got the account set for 1,000, but the link went out after the meeting was already set up and we didn't want to reschedule everybody and move them all around.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we'll have to do that. We'll have to do another one for them, right? So we'll fix that. And that's a great point right there. Okay. Some of this, we're using this technology. I could have done a Facebook group, but this was my call to do this because I want to see your faces. I see so many faces that I recognize. Aletha, you were at, I think she was at maybe a boot camp I just did. Yeah, she was just at the boot camp. Like the more I see you guys, the more I see you.
I'm at work.
I see you guys, the more my company becomes familiar with you, right? The more we want to help you. There's a lot of people asking us for help right now. We do want to help you. Those of you who do not have your video on, you will not be recognized in this group. So if you don't know how to make video work, guess what? This whole planet is going to punish you. I see Todd Alt. He's in the room. Todd's coming as a diamond. He sent 50 people to the 10X Growth Conference. Already got his diamond seat. This guy has gone through hundreds of millions of dollars in his career. Hundreds and hundreds of millions. Okay. He asked me tonight, should I be part of this mentor program? He's like, Grant, I got 50 people coming to the 10X Growth Conference. I've already bought a $20,000 seat. I just finished your second or third boot camp. Should I come to this? I'm like, bro, go deep and go long. You're going to study something, study all of it. Okay. Now, the last thing I'm going to say tonight before we open it up to Jared and Richie is I got employees that should be on this program tonight, and they're not. Because they think, oh, they work with me. I got people that want to make more money at my company, but they don't want to learn how to do it. It's impossible. To make more money, there's plenty of money on this planet, okay? I'd like to know how many of you came here because you want to make more money? Just post it in chat over there. It wouldn't have to be your number one motivation, by the way, but you do want to make more money, okay? Well, here's the deal, man. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. We're recording this, right, Jared?
Yeah, we're recording, G.
So I don't need to record from my side?
You could if you like to, but we're recording at 2 ends.
Okay. Look at how many people want to make money. Okay, you know what? Because money's a problem for a lot of people, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a problem for people because there's plenty of money. You just got to know, how do I make contact? How do I find out what people want? How do I deliver it to them? And so one thing that we can measure in this mentor session, the easiest thing for us to measure is whether or not you make money. You either do or you don't, right? Funny thing about money.
So, Grant.
Yeah, what's up? It's so measurable. It's so easy to measure it. So we'll be talking about money, but we're also going to be talking about, hey, what is holding you back from making money? When I hear, do I mute everybody?
You're good, G. Everybody's muted.
See, I don't know what I'm doing, but I still show up and do it. All right. So look, we started this at 8:12 tonight, 48 minutes ago plus 9, so 57 minutes ago. We want to help you. It's my Friday night. It's your Friday night. As soon as I leave here, I'm getting on my plane going to Brazil. I'll be in the air 8 hours. Friday nights matter. Saturday nights matter. Sunday matters. If you haven't done everything that God has done, I strongly suggest that you work part of the weekends. And Richie Dolan here, Richard has been working with me. He's been reaching out to me, wanting me to start a coaching program for I don't even know how long. He's a good dude. He wants to help people. We want to help people. Okay, my wife wants to help you guys. I want all of you at the 10X Growth Conference. All of you. I need you to show up in Vegas so I can meet you, shake hands with you, take a photo with you. So this journey includes a seat in a very special seating area at the 10X Growth Conference so I can show you guys off to the world. Now, what's required of that? Those are $3,500 seats I'm giving you. Carolyn Flower, my hotel's booked. When you book your hotel or you book your airfare and you send it into my staff, we will then guarantee your seat. As long as, okay, you register Thursday night. I just want to lay these rules out, Jared, or do we just do that in the email? I think we need to reinforce that weekly, Jared.
Yeah, for sure.
So the way you get your seat is you make all 12 meetings. We'll have 12 of these. I know that's hard. I know it's difficult, but we'll make them. Number two, you need to book either your hotel or your airfare and send it to my office before December 31st. Or you could do this. You can do a seat guarantee. Where's that website, Jared? What's the seat guarantee?
10xgrowthcon.com/confirm.
Yeah. 10xgrowthcon.com/confirm. And what you do is you pay $495 and we guarantee a seat. So if you miss a session, no problem. If you can't book your airfare, some people don't need to book airfare and hotel because they're in Vegas or they're close or they're going to stay with somebody. So they can't provide us with that. And you don't have to register Thursday night when you get there because Friday morning when the event starts, I'm not showing a bunch of empty mentor seats. So you guys know why I'm doing this. There's no way I'm going to say, and there's my, oh no, they didn't show up. Because it was free. We've done this before, okay? I've done this rodeo more than once. Free means a no-show. So, as long as you're committed, we're committed to you, okay? Now, one last thing, because I just want to keep the ethics in on the group. This group is not to be used, abused, or is not for one person to dominate, or you know, you need to be a 10X person here. I'm a fairly positive person most of the time. I'm not a gossiper unless I'm trying to destroy somebody. I'm not a criticizer unless I'm going straight at a guy, but I'll be going straight to his face. All right. I'm not going to talk behind people's back. If I have a problem, I'm going to the source, not to somebody else in the group. So we don't want any bickering here. We don't want any bitching here. I don't want any little critiquing like, well, you did this wrong and you did that wrong. I don't care. I don't need to hear it. I want to know what you're getting out of it. None of us here are perfect. Okay, if you're not perfect, please say in comments that you agree you are not perfect either. I know Stephen Druth, he'd probably be the first person in there saying I ain't perfect. So don't expect us to be perfect, because we're not. We're not perfect. We don't say it perfect. We don't do it perfect, but we're always trying to. All three of us that are here tonight, and the people that I'll be bringing in throughout the next 11 weeks, we are all trying to be better. And whether it's a better father, better wife, better husband, better whatever it is you're trying to do. Partner, co-worker, salesperson, manager, business owner, startup, we're trying to help you, okay? Yeah, Puerto Rico's not perfect either. Only Jesus is perfect, Chris says, okay? All right.
Hey, Grant.
Yeah.
Hey, Grant, how you doing? This is Jose Garcia, entering the mentor program. So I just wanted to, you know, I don't want to dominate, obviously, the conversation, but obviously I just want to like insert, because I'm new to this, never been mentored before, kind of came from nothing all the way. You know, I'm currently a teacher, a veteran, father, a husband, and I kind of find my passion around helping kids, talking to them, telling them about my upbringing. I know you are, you know, I always hear from you about, you know, you didn't have a hard upbringing. There was just the financial aspect. But I'm sort of the opposite, where I did have a hard upbringing.
Yeah.
You know, living in a shelter.
Jose,
don't know my father.
Jose,
And I,
can I?
go ahead.
So what I want to do is, I appreciate this. I appreciate your enthusiasm. But what I want to do is I want to get through the purpose tonight, set this up for everybody so you know what we're doing, because a lot of people are like, okay, what do we do? How do we do this? I've never done this before. By the way, I spent most of my first 25 years without any money. So don't anybody here start running on me like I came up with something more than you did, because I didn't. And I've been without a home and without money and without food. Okay, so let's see, Jared. I wanted to say one other thing before Jose got all excited, man. And my man getting excited. Oh, video. You guys need to turn your videos on. Make sure you got your videos on. Okay.
I'm trying.
Connecting. When we start each week, we'll be starting early, right, Richard? So that people can start connecting. When you connect, introduce yourself, where you're from. I want you to keep doing this every week. Introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do, and what you want to get out of this group. Who are you? Where are you? What do you do? And what do you want to get out of this session? The intention. Your intentions are senior to almost everything else. We want, and I'm setting my intentions for everybody right now. I want everybody at the growth conference. Okay, I want you there, and I want you winning when you get there. So we want you to win physically, in a physical universe way, not feel better, not, oh my God, I love this, it's so nice and I feel good. We want you to win. Financially, it's the one thing that we can measure. Okay, I'm gonna turn it back over to Jared. Intention, every week, talk about what are your intentions.
Yeah, look, the deal is anytime we do anything, we have targets. And the purpose of targets is targets give you something in the future that you're, and your intention to hit those targets is something that you declare personally. It's something that you own. It's a commitment that you make. And a lot of times you don't always know how you're going to get to those targets or how you're going to reach that goal. But the important thing is that you have something in front of you that's pulling you, that's pushing you, something that's bigger than maybe you are able to think with right now. Because what happens is when you set those intentions of doing something big, without even knowing how to do it in most cases, you start looking for solutions because you've put a commitment in the future. And one of the things Grant says over and over and over is that creativity follows commitment. And so what you need to figure out right now, I promise you the next 90 days will change your life. You know, people go to boot camp. They go to these boot camps like Barry's boot camp or these exercise boot camps or CrossFit. Dude, you get somebody that goes all in on one of those workout programs for 90 days, dude, their body changes. Things happen because they get like massive intensity and a lot of frequency in the exercise that they're doing. And so that's what we want to get out of this group. But the first thing is you have to know what you're pushing for. If you come into this group and you spend the next 90 days connecting with all these people, spending time with us, our team, with Grant, with Richie, with Brandon, with Elena, with Sherry, with Frank, with everybody that we're going to bring in over the next 12 weeks, and you do not have a clear goal, target, or expectation of what you're going to get out of this program, you're going to end up lost. You're going to end up wandering around in how to make all of this work. So the purpose of the intention that you're going to set today is to frame how you're going to be taking the content that we're discussing. What I mean by that is when we talk about goals or targets or asking hard questions or figuring out your next level of scale or identifying enemies in your area, they all have to be framed around the intention. When we say, hey, who are the enemies in your area? If your goal is to make an extra 35 grand over the next 90 days, then the question you need to ask yourself is who is the enemy that's preventing me from making an extra $35,000 over the next 90 days? So that the content can be framed in the proper context for you. So the intention is really, really important. So I want to give you guys about 30 seconds, 45 seconds to think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Do you want to get connected with people? Do you want to make more money? If so, how much? I know the program's successful. 99% of the people that, 99.1%, if I'm going to be exact, of the people that took the program over the last 2 years, all reported that they were coming back. 56% reported that they made more than 5 grand, and 88% reported that they received information on business and finance that they think will forever impact their earning potential. So the question is, how much? So I know the program works. $1 billion in the next 90 days isn't probably real. So I want you guys to think through a target for yourself, whether it's personal, professional, financial. Put it in the comments below. Pete says, I want to buy my first apartment complex in February. Good. How close are you to the goal now? Do you know what it's going to take? When we're talking about entering the marketplace and attacking the marketplace and making calls, are you calling to raise money? Are you calling to find off-market deals? So you have to frame everything around the intention that you set right now. So Todd Dudley says he wants to make an extra 12K. Estella says 100K in income growth. David Garcia says an extra 40,000 pounds. 5,000 a month, somebody said. Now it's starting to go really fast here.
All this is doable, by the way, guys.
Double my staff in the next 90 days. 10K in premium sold a week. 30K in 90 days. 20K a month, making 30,000 euro more. Grow revenue by 40%. 21K a month selling phones. 8K a month in daily sales. 100K invested in Cardone Capital. 130K in revenue, 100K in sales per month, 25K commissions in my pocket per month. I want to make $2 million next year. Invest 400K in property. So all of these numbers I want you guys to see, because for some of you, this is the purpose of a group. Because for some of you, you may be thinking right now, I know because I've been there. When I first started working for Grant, I was making $2,500 a month. I couldn't fathom making 100 grand in a month. I could barely pay my rent. So for those of you that were in my situation where you're like, man, I scrapped together my last dollars just to get in this program. Like when you're seeing people in here posting, they want to make an extra 100K in the next 30 days. They want to make an extra 25 grand the next 3 months. Like these things are designed to stretch you and to open your eyes, because the chances are you don't have people around you right now that are thinking like this. We got 300 people on this call. There's 126 people on the Facebook Live. There's a lot of people in this group that want to do better. And you're not selfish for wanting more or to do better. You're not an outcast. You're normal. Like the normal people want to do better. It's the ones who don't want to do better that you need to worry about. Something's off with these people, and you have them in your life. It could be friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, boyfriend, girlfriend, people that you're in relationships with. So you have to be like aware. Like when people say your network is your net worth, it's almost said so much now that it's almost the true meaning of it is been diminished.
Mm.
The reality is the people who you surround yourself with change the way that you think. They change what you think you're capable of. When I see Grant write a $50 million check for a plane, and he doesn't even skip a beat, he doesn't miss a step, he doesn't stop for a second and pause, boom, check out, gone. Dude, what do you think that does for me? What do you think that does for my havingness? What do you think that does for the way that I look at what I'm capable of and the intention that I set every single day? It expands. So look at these comments in the chat here. Look at these ambitious goals that people have for themselves and what they're trying to get out of this program, and put your freaking stake in the ground and let people know what your intention is to get out of this program, because the purpose of this group is that all the other folks along here can help you keep yourself accountable as well. And this beautiful man you got here in the black shirt, not Grant, but with the headsets on, this is Richie Dolan. He's our global head of licensing, and he is basically the keeper of the legacy internationally for Cardone. And he's going to make sure that the brand and the content and the material touch every corner of the world in the next 5 years. We have a really ambitious 5-year target, and we wanted to bring him on because Richie has had the opportunity to build an unbelievable network. He's built multiple companies to scale. He has had the opportunity to connect with some of the most amazing people, like people, presidents, A-list celebrities, rappers. I mean, people that are almost untouchable. And a lot of that was accomplished because of intention. And I want to throw this over to Richie right now so he can share with you a little bit about what intention has meant for him, and also what it can mean for you.
Well, man, Jared, it's all downhill from here, baby. I got to tell you, because what an incredible introduction, but what an honor to be amongst all of you here tonight from across the country, around the world. People who are taking seriously living a 10X life is no small feat. But I got to just say that, Jared, you're spot on. A big part of who I am and what I've become has been largely because of living up to and breaking through a 10X standard. And if you're all making notes, I would write that down right now, is that living a greater, grander life is about establishing a standard. Jared, you want to just give me a thumbs up to make sure that you guys can hear me, because it's the first time I'm speaking out loud. Thank you, man.
Yep, all good.
So for me, it's not about, coming on yet another celebrity and trying to woo yet another great selfie. It's not about being able to brag.
Even though you've done a lot of that.
Oh, I have been, G. But the reality was, folks, and I want you to write this down, is that asking for a mentor isn't about having someone hold your hand and pull you up. It's about having someone have your back and push you up. And I love that. Making a date for yourself in your life to say to the world and yourself that, hey, man, I've made a goal. I've set a standard. and I'm going to live up to and break through that standard. So true to Jared's introduction, you know, I've had the honor and the privilege, quite frankly, the blessing of working with some of the most amazing people around the world. And it's because what made me who I am was I was always setting 10X goals and didn't know it. I thought to myself, if I'm going to sit in the back row here while President Clinton speaks, I want to introduce him. If I'm going to sit here in the back row and watch Oprah Winfrey tour, I want to be on stage with her. If I'm going to sit here amongst the common, I want to be the champion for what's possible. I want to be on stage with them. So I'm not only a fan, I'm not only a friend, and I'm not only a friend of the firm and a family member to the Cardone enterprise, but I mean, I'm truly at a visceral level a poster child for what it means to create for yourself a 10X standard. And not just financially, not just physically, not just familially, not just emotionally, but in every area of your life. So chances are quite high that given whatever number you've written, and we saw the scores, I heard Johnny already on the other line saying, Rich, look how fast this is going. And Johnny's recording, and that's fantastic. But even those numbers is actually comfortable. Even those numbers are comfortable, and you all know it. You all know that you're going to put a number up into the world that you know you can accomplish. And one of the things that scares the bloody heck out of all of us, me included, is working with a guy like Grant, where I know that as soon as I come inside of his sphere of influence, what he called the 3 feet of his influence, if you recall, Grant, just past a few days in Miami, I can't stand anything ordinary in myself. You got to step up. So when you've got a mentor, when you're in the conversation, when you're setting the benchmarks and laying out the milestones, you've got to know that you can't help but not recognize who you are. And the only way you can really embrace these mentorship opportunities on a Friday night or whatever night they fall in is knowing that the world will rotate around you when you declare a larger, greater, grander standard for yourself. And that's the 10X way. So I'm just, I'm honored. I've been built over 4 decades to be right here in this moment with each and every one of you. And I'm grateful.
And I want to jump in because this is really important. So Richie has been extremely successful in multiple ventures. And I guess we probably got connected about 6 months ago. And we just started interacting, love what you're doing, heard about the license program, that's interesting. And so we had this, like, we were going back and forth for about a month. And then I was like, dude, this guy should be running the program. He shouldn't just be purchasing a license. And we get through this whole process, and now he's running the program, and we're going to bring on 10,000 licensed partners around the world in the next 5 years. So massive expansion that he's going to be leading. And looking back now, this was not by chance. And for you guys, if you think that the things that you want most in life are going to come to you because of chance, you're wrong. And you're leaving the most important thing in your life, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, you're leaving that up to a coin toss.
Mm.
And one thing that I got to see from Richie, and things that I see from Grant every single day, and things that I get to see from Brandon Dawson, these 3 men are extremely intentional. They set a target and they are unwavering at achieving that target. And for those of you who haven't lived a life where you are super intentional, where you say, this is what I'm going to get, and you run out and get it, the power that you have is still hiding. And I had my first taste of this when I first saw Sandy, my wife. Long story, but the first day I saw her, I didn't even meet her. I saw her. Grant's laughing because he knows the story.
Yeah, tell the whole story, because he used my company. He used
hell yeah, I did. I used every possible thing because I was willing to do whatever it takes, because I had a strong intention. She messaged Grant looking for a job. I took the communication over, and when I saw the first,
let me handle this interview.
Yeah. When I first saw her picture, I turned to Steve Spray, because it was Steve Spray and I were Steve was our first sales guy at the time. That's how long ago this was. I turned to Steve and I said, Steve, come here, look at the girl I'm going to marry. Hadn't talked to her, saw her picture and said, I'm going to marry this girl. I knew it. And I set my intention that that's what I was going to get done. And then because that commitment was so strong and that intention was so strong, the earth around me started moving as I was going towards the target.
Because we lived in California at the time, didn't we?
No, we had moved to Miami. We just got here. But I'll tell you that looking back, it was validating, it was empowering, because I set a target and I got what I wanted. Same thing with Grant. I was trying to get the job with Grant. I followed up I made the commitment that I was going to come work for him. I set my intention. I'm going to make it happen. I called the office every single day for a month and a half until they interviewed me. I got the job, and today I'm the president of the company. Like, when you start taking control of your life, things change. You change. Your possibilities change. Your potential changes. And you start you see these goals where people are like, I want to make 500K in the next 90 days. And right now in your spot, you're thinking, oh my gosh, how is that even possible? Until you start connecting the power of what you want and your ability to get it. And things just start opening up. But it has to start with intention.
Clear intention. Like, you need to know, like, Jose's in a different place than Michelle is, who's in a different place than Maria is, that's in a different place than Lawrence or Brittany or David or Grant or Johnny, the camera guy. What do you want, though? Okay, because whether you want a hamburger, whether you need a hamburger tonight, if you're broke right now and you just need a $5 meal, you understand that getting $5 from zero is as difficult as going from $5 to $10, $10 to $50, 1 million to like 5 million. Like, it's all the same hard stuff. And it's impossible if you're not clear. So, intention, did you define the word, Jared, for everybody?
The definition is an act or instance of determining mentally upon some action or result.
Yeah, looking up words, by the way, looking up words has been very, very helpful to me in my life. Okay, the word intention comes from stretching purpose. What is my intention? Stretching my purpose. Okay, Jose doesn't want to just be hungry forever, right? So it's like, okay, I got to stretch my purpose. Why? I want money. Like, we're talking about money tonight. I want $1 million or I want a hamburger. Dude, it's all the same. It is just the same. I promise you, folks, it is the same exact. I remember making my first $1,000. I was making $2,000 a month, and I needed to make more money. I went from $2,000 a month to $3,000 a month. I was 25 years old, and I was like, oh, wow, I can do it. I had my breakthrough, okay? It was not a little breakthrough either. That $1,000 could have been a hamburger. I remember when I stayed sober, I didn't use drugs for 1 day. I was like, wow, I got 1 day. I can do 1 day. When you do your first push-up, a year ago, I couldn't do a push-up. And then I got 1 behind me. And then I had 2. Okay, now I can do 50 of them. I couldn't do a pull-up a year ago. 15 months ago, I could not do 1 pull-up. So intention, it starts with intention. It does not start where you are. Where you are is where you are. It don't matter. You can't change that no matter what you do this second. But you can change the intention. And then the next thing you got to do is you got to look around you at people that don't have the same intention that you have. Because they don't. You changed your mind. Nobody else changed theirs. When I went to that treatment center for drug addiction, I came home to a bunch of people that were still freaking doing drugs. I was the only one that changed. And you can't bring change back to an environment that hadn't changed and think that you're going to stay changed. That's why this group is so vital. You guys got to connect with each other. You might not find the right person. Just because you're here doesn't mean you're 10X. Okay? There's probably out of 360 people in here, 300 people in here right now. There's 305 now, Jared. There's more people can come in here. John told me there was no limit on this thing.
There's 172 on the Facebook.
Well. Do they see me right now on
Yeah,
Facebook?
they see you. They're all commenting in here. This girl just said you're a silver fox.
Yeah, thank you. That's what you get on Facebook. So check it out. Check it out. Like you guys are going to talk. I promise you tonight, try this tonight. Tell somebody that you joined a mentoring group with Grant Cardone and then just shut up and watch. Watch them start. La. That ain't going to work. What'd you pay for that? Okay. I'm not saying those are bad people. Okay, can we kill the dinging? I don't know how to do that, Johnny. There's so many things I don't know. But
it's people jumping in.
Oh, well, that's good. All of a sudden they started coming in. Why are so many people coming in now?
I'll find out and let you know.
Yeah. So Charlie says, look, I've already been told that I was ripped off and wasted my money. The person that is telling you that quit on themselves. They quit. Okay. You guys got to understand, nobody is actually talking to you. These people that have opinions and gossip and criticism, they're not talking to you. They're talking to themselves. They're too selfish to actually be concerned about you. Johnny, can you kill that? Because it wasn't happening earlier. You just opened something up, man. Johnny just opened up the spigots.
Hold on one second. Let me figure it out.
Okay. So again, intention, stretching purpose, to intend, the act or instance of determining. The act or instance of the instance. Okay. The instance, the moment of determining mentally upon some action or result. So I want you guys to write down, get clear. Okay. Hey, I got a result in. And then what intention of actions am I going to take? Let's just take 24 hours.
Okay.
Goal, purpose, or aim is your intention. What do you want to get out of this 12 weeks?
All right, I got rid of the devil.
What do you want? What do you want to be able to say when you're in Vegas at the 10X Growth Conference? What do you want to say that happened to you, Ginger King?
Grant, you went out for a moment. Could you tell me what you were talking about for the 24 hours? I didn't quite get it.
Like, what do you want to accomplish in 24 hours, right?
Okay.
And then what are you going to do to hold yourself together for 24 hours? Like I'm a very hard person, okay? People are like, dude, why is the guy so hard, right? Because I'm always keeping stuff out away from me. I'm literally negativity away from me. People that say I can't do it or I shouldn't do it. Little things that people say, I call them on it. I say, stop that. I don't want that in my environment. Because if I can't put ethics in on my environment, how the hell am I going to actually get what I want? You got to be, it's not just about negativity either. Okay? The people around you don't actually have any intention. They're just wandering through life. So for 12 weeks, all we got to do is do this for 12 weeks. And all we got to do right now is tonight, like no drinking, no drugging. There's no way that's not going to hurt you. Okay. If you're doing the substances and you're doing the alcohol, good. I get it. I understand. I've done them. This is not a moral dilemma, but you will be better.
My coach. Sorry, I just got let into the.
Put on your headphones, Alan.
You will be more effective and you will be better without the chemicals. If you smoked a blunt before tonight, before this, you know, even with the blunt in you.
This is why people are trying to be in business.
Can you please mute your speaker, please, your microphone?
You're always going to be better, right? Intention, because when my intention gets foggy, I slow down. So at our office, what's the intention of the program? What's the target? And then, okay, this is very, very important. Intention, what's the target? And then how does everybody push to that target regardless of the difficulty? And always knowing we're not going to back off the target. I don't care who we offend, who it bothers, how long it takes, how much work it takes, how many people lose their jobs or lose their head. Okay. So guys, just hold it together between Jared. Do we know the date on the next one?
Actually, Richie wants to jump back in here.
Good.
He's got a couple things he wants to say, so we'll give them the next date. I think I wanted to check with.
Well, one of the things I want to make sure is clear, especially given what Uncle G just said and what we've all laid down as a groundwork for everybody, is you come off this call and you're so present to being 10x in life and in living, and you realize, oh my God, there's life. It hits you straight on. And what Grant had just mentioned, when you're living unintentional, another way to look at it is everyone, including me, you're living a default intention. So chances are quite high is that you either are living an intentional intention, like you're intending to do things, or you're actually in fact living unintentional intentions. The ones you got by default, the ones your parents gave you, the ones you've inherited, the ones you've adopted, the ones that just has you survive and play through and get quite accomplished. One of the biggest things I've come to appreciate what Grant does, what Jared does, and what the entire Cardone family does worldwide is they're always pushing you. Because when you're pushed, you resist. That's your natural instinct. And when you're pushing back, you stretch. You stretch beyond surviving, you start to thrive. Because succeeding is not a natural instinct built in our 3 million year old brain. It's where we've only perfected one thing, and that's to survive. So these calls are stretching you. Just exercising the muscle of muting your phone's a stretch for you. Right? We've all noticed that. So everything you want to notice from this call forward is that if you're not living intentional, or the intention in which you've designed for yourself, you're living someone else's. And that should really infuriate you. Living an intention that's not your own is often being in the job you never wanted, being stuck in a relationship you never loved, right? Only in fact making ends meet when that doesn't leave you inspired. And so this 10x standard should in fact not just be a tattoo, a bracelet, or a chant. It actually has got to be the governing intention in all areas of your life.
There's nothing wrong with tattoos and chants and bracelets, though.
Nothing at all, of course.
Because they're reminders. Let me just tell you, they're little reminders. I use a lot of gimmicks. Said James Barber. James Barber's here. I love that man. You guys got to know this dude. Okay? These are little reminders. Okay? They're reminders. They're gimmicks. Anything you can do to Sherry's here. Good. So anything you can do to remind yourself, okay? Now, the last thing I want to say is this. I want you guys to find out who in the group's going to support you and hold you accountable in a positive way, okay? Not a hammering way, not a make wrong way, but like, we got time. You don't need to kill yourself in this. Okay?
Like Grant, like an accountability buddy, Grant? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, an accountability buddy.
Yeah, like an accountability buddy. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, like a sales rally, right, Jared?
Like a sales rally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we join the 10X licensing.
Okay. Yeah.
So look, I want to clarify the assignment for the week. This is the very first assignment that you guys are going to be required to do. Everything we are doing in this program is intentional. We've done it before. We know it drives a result. So here's what we need you to do. Number one is you need to get clear on what you want to get out of this program. In the next 90 days, I will. And then you need to write that goal down twice a day.
Morning, night. New. Write it down. Don't look at it. This is not something you lazily write down one time and then read. This is something you write down effectively each morning. You make a decision about in the morning and again at night.
And the more specific you can be about what your outcome is that you're looking for in this program, the more clarity you'll have on it. All of the the more intention, the more clarity, the less confusion you'll have in between you and the thing that you want.
And
So
Jared, just so you know, that just to speak on top of you for a moment, that addresses about a dozen questions we had about how defined and definitive should an intention become. The definitiveness lives in the reality of your experience of it, how real it becomes for you, right? How real it becomes for you. Thanks, Jared.
So you got to write your goals down twice a day. You have to be intentional about what you're getting. Your goals long-term may change. We need to get hyper-focused on what's going to happen over the next 90 days. Second exercise that you have, you need to write all these things down. You need to start telling people that you joined this mentoring program with Grant Cardone. And then shut up. Say, hey, I just joined this mentoring program with Grant Cardone. And then wait and listen to what they say. Because you're going to find out by the way that they respond if they are going to support you or if they're going to anchor you down. Very important for you to understand who is on your side and who's pulling for you and who is pulling against you.
And again,
third exercise. Let me make sure this is clear. Number 3, get 2 people to sign up for this program. Find 2 people that you are friends with that don't know Grant, that don't know what we're doing. Get 2 more people to get enrolled in this program. This is a little bit of foreshadowing on an exercise that we're going to do later on in the program about how to create revenue, how to create a transaction out of thin air. So 2 people to register for this program. Yes. We're going to be going through the program over the next week. We're going to be going through the Facebook group and getting connected with people. And we want to find out who you're enrolling. So number 1, write your goals down twice. Twice a day for the 90 days. Number 2, you need to tell people that you joined the group and watch and see how they respond so you know who's on your team and who's not. Number 3, you need to get 2 people to sign up for the program. Enroll 2 people in the program so that you can bring people.
How do I do that, Jared? How do I get people to sign up?
Well, let me just jump in there, Grant and Jared. I'll say this by example. No one's going to take advice about what gym you go to if you're not a screaming demonstration having gone to it. If you declare to the world, these are my goals, this is my intention, Uncle G said so, and Jared helped me define it, and you go out there and you start moving mountains and 4x4s, and you start moving the earth to make sure you realize it, you don't have to attain all of it, but you have got to, in fact, exhibit a man or woman on fire to move in the direction in which the intent you've created yourself by being a demonstration of a person who's being mentored and 10x striving. You're going to say, hey, I want to. So enrolling people, being able to really, in fact, enroll people by the idea of mentorship, they too can in fact get a little bit of what you got. So enrollment's the act of being a demonstration. Write that down, folks. Being a demonstration of living and striving and leading a 10x life through mentorship. You're going to say, hey, if you want this too, this is the way to do it. That's what I would say. That's over.
And you're going to send them to 10x Growth Con. I'm sorry, grantcardone.com/MP. grantcardone.com/MP. And then finally,
look, Jared, just real quick. What you guys are going to run into here, okay? I don't need you guys to enroll anyone, just so you know. But you're going to run into your limitations now. How do I sell something? How do I talk to somebody about this? How do I make sense of the money? They're going to tell you it's ridiculous. Like, how do I build value? These are the things my company does every single day. How do we make a value proposition? So we need to give you something that you guys can start playing with, okay? And you know, rather than just saying, okay, go have a target and go do it, and then we don't know whether you did or not. We need things we can measure. So each week we're going to be giving you an exercise so that you can be like, okay, I learned this from that exercise. I don't know how to open. I don't know how to present. I don't know how to defend. I don't know how to pitch. I don't know how to wrap it up. I don't know where to send them. These are the things everybody struggles with money. And I know you guys struggle with it because my company struggles with it every single day. we have extremely well-paid people at my company, very smart people that have no clue how to do the series of things I just talked about. And people that do know how to do it well and forget how to do it. And their money goes down. Okay. So you got to always be learning. You guys got to be learning, and you got to be pushing yourself and stretching. I'm doing 2 courses right now on money. Now you think a guy like me got the money thing pretty much handled. Okay. These aren't my courses. I'm studying somebody else's material on finances and financial stress and ethics in money and formulas for living life. How do I make myself better? Okay. So again, that thing about, let's just do one, Jared. Let's get them to get one person enrolled rather than 2. 2 feels like a bit of a stretch, too much. Let's get the first one put away.
Okay.
Okay. You got to get the first one, guys. Why is that so funny, David? David's laughing. Why are you laughing, David? I can't unmute David. I don't know why they took my controls away. Anyway, David was busting up laughing.
Unmute myself. Okay. Yeah. Because you always go for massive action.
I know, but I think, well, that'd be 10, dude. Like, you know, you'd have to sell 10 for 3 massive action.
We should do whoever gets 10 gets a trip on your plane.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, you can't get 10 until you get the first one. Let me tell you something. You guys need to understand this whole thing about the 10X thing. Just because I'm thinking 10X all the time, I'm always going for 1. You ain't getting a 10 without getting 1. So, and to get 1, you probably got to get 10 rejections. So that's why I got food, and that's why I got money, because I'm willing to go through 10 rejections to get the score. I want the score is what I want. Jose needs scores right now. He needs a score. He needs a victory. Little tiny victories.
And let's be real. Like, you have an opportunity over the next 90 days to have people hold you accountable. In most cases, you will not have that in life. Like, in most cases, you will not have people that are going to hold you accountable to get the things that you want. They're too busy with their own problems, worrying about their own situations and issues. So,
and Jared,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, just want to say, like, what everyone needs to know is that the only way a coach can show up is if people are playing. If you ain't playing a game, if you're not trying to put scores on the scoreboard, and Uncle G just lowered the score requirement of being coached, being mentored in this particular case to a single person, right? Although 2 is better than 1, but I get it. To get to 1 is a great feat. But there's no access to you as a student, as a pupil, unless you're on the playing field. So unless you're willing to play a game, a coach, a mentor, you know, thought leaders like Grant, Jared, myself, the Brandons, the Franks, none of us have access to helping you work on something if you're not working it, right? If you're not working something, why really put the ball in the net, the puck in the net, or a ball in the basket? There's nothing to work on. There's nothing to coach you on.
Hey, real quick, guys, I want to ask my friend Todd Alt why he joined this program.
Because you said.
Hey, there's Todd. I miss Todd, man. I haven't seen Todd since the weekend, man.
Yeah. Why did you do this, dude?
Well, last night, actually, I was having dinner with a client of mine who has $1 million with me. And we're having dinner at Sushi Roko in Newport Beach. And I said to him, what were you working on today? And he goes, I just spent $15,000 on a mentor, and it's costing me $2,500 a month. And I said, well, what does he do? And he said, well, he's a paraplegic who like climbed Mount Everest, and I'm sure he's very good, whatever he does. And he's a spiritual healer and a couple other things. And I said, and he said he's helping with this business. And then I texted Grant and said, should I join this program? Is this for me? Because my goal with my business is to, I founded a biotech, 4 years ago after reading 10X. It's about to go public next year, I think, for about $1.5 billion to $2 billion. My goal is to get that done next year. That's what I'm getting out of this program when I listen to Jared.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Hey, you were just at the last boot camp, were you?
I get a little piece of that. Yeah, he was there.
Why did I join? Because I want to keep getting the message reinforced. I bought these books for everyone in my company so they could all set goals daily. I just realized if you're not practicing, you get out of practice. You got to get obsessed with it. So I'm
show them the day timer again, Todd, because I built that day timer for people to set daily goals. It's a journaling goal target and daily for 30 days. Okay. It comes in a 4-pack if you want to grab them off my website. I use that exact planner for 30 years.
Actually, they're on sale right now. I think you can get them for like $11 or something. I just bought 20 of them.
Show them the right side. I don't have one in my house right now. I asked Elena to find me one, but show them the right side.
I write in them. I write in them every day.
The top of that page, they're all blank pages in there, and the top of that right side.
Yeah.
Show it to them again, Todd. It's blank with goals for the day. Okay. And then at the end of the day, that says write your goals. And then at the end of the day, it says write your goals again. It comes with a video. It explains how I use the planner. I'm telling you, this little planner, Jared, how many times have you used that planner?
Videos in the beginning.
I've got stacks of them that are filled up.
Okay. So every time, this is the 3 times I write my goals down. When I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep at night, and anytime I'm disappointed. When I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep at night, before I go to sleep at night, if I don't have my day timer with me, I'll write it on a piece of paper. I'll put it on a notepad. And then I throw it away. And then anytime I'm disappointed, anytime I'm discouraged, anytime I lose a deal, I write my goals down again. Okay, so maybe you want to take advantage of that. We want you guys to win. I need you guys to win big time. You guys in on this?
Absolutely.
I need y'all to win super huge, okay? Because I want to show you off in Vegas.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yes. No, and they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but the truth is you guys bring your successes to Vegas.
I know that.
We'll spread it out around the world.
Do this. 10X.
Let's
go.
There it goes.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Tell them, Jared. Bring us home.
Station, 10X station.
And that, baby.
Thanks.
So, Jared,
That's right, John. The whole world don't know my name.
I got it. There we go. Okay. So look, check it. So here's the deal. This is what you need to focus on for this week. Number 1, set intentions for what you're going to get out of the program. These are like short-term goals that we're trying to reach over the next 90 days. Every single day in the morning, write down what your goals are. At the end of the day, write down what your goals of the program are. This is going to allow you to solidify the intention that you are trying to reach through the program. Number 2, go tell people that you joined the program. This is a litmus test to find out who's on your side and pulling for you and who is an enemy that could potentially be working against you, even if indirectly, a naysayer, if you will, rather than a hater. Number 3, get a person enrolled in the program. You know, part of being in control of your intention is being able to do things that you didn't expect you could do, or do things that you didn't plan on doing. At some point, I might decide I want to be a billionaire. It's going to require me to do something that I hadn't done before. So the purpose of you going out and trying to get another person enrolled, grantcardone.com/MP, is to validate to you that you have the ability to set your intention that you're going to do something in the short term and hit the target. And then number 4, we need you to connect with people in the group that will help keep you accountable. I promise you that connections will be made in this group over the next 90 days that will be with you the rest of your life. There are people in this group who have been in every mentoring program that we've ran since we've launched it, and they will continue to do it because the value of the connections they make are priceless. So you have your 4 targets, you have your 4 your action items for the week. We will be sending an email out. I want you to, this is really important. Every email that we send out to you regarding the mentor program will have mentor update in all capital letters in the subject line. It'll say mentor update, and then there's going to be a message. Open those emails. That's how we're going to communicate with you. For those of you who came in late, we had one of our guys, Sean, got on Zoom and figured out how to get our app opened up and everything. We're going to get the recording posted. You'll get access to that. And then we're also going to send out the invitation for next week's meeting. Again, mentor update in the subject line. Keep an eye out for that. We thank you so much for being here. This was just the first of a very, very amazing transformation that will take place for you, your business, your life, your goals, your dreams over the next 90 days. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you.
Let's get it, baby.
Let's go.
Jared.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Get it.
Thanks, baby.
Quiet, brother. Yes, man.
All day.
Let's do a little bitch.
Crazy.
Get that dough.
10x. Oh my God, it's gonna break. I feel like this is gonna break. That's amazing.
Zoom again.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the first official call. I'm gonna leave it open so you guys can network, but we're gonna tap out right here. All right, everybody. Have
Johnny's the man. Johnny's the man.
Oh,
hey, Johnny, thank you so much for being the guy that stepped up that day, eh?
Oh, dude, thank you, man.
Yeah, I want to hear about the next rap soon.
I can't be late. Everybody recap the meeting.
All right, guys. I love you, man. You guys are gonna see a recap to the boot camp real soon.
Hey, Johnny. What's up, 10X Nation? Excited to be a part of this.
What's up, 10X?
What's up, Jared? Gotta go sell some of